Hi everyone. I have a couple notes for just background actors. I did a lot of background casting for some films and just a couple notes. Big one is just really be on time. You'll get a call sheet the night before. Sometimes you'll get a call sheet the morning of if it's going to be an afternoon or like a night shoot, but definitely be there like 15 or 20 minutes before and please account for traffic. So, what I normally do myself to get to set on time, when I get up in the morning, I literally just put in the address of where I'm going in my map. And my map will say, oh, I'm 42 minutes away. So I'm arriving literally like an hour and 10 minutes early. But that's because I'm still up and getting ready. And you'd be very surprised as traffic starts or accidents happen, how you'll start losing time. And then from there, you can determine if you're really going to be late because you may think that you have you know, 30 minutes to get ready. And then next thing you know, you look down and you're like, holy crap, I got to walk out in 5 minutes. So please just, there's traffic. It's just kind of like the worst excuse because you should just plan for it and you should just have your maps on before you leave and like way prior before leaving. Another thing is wardrobe. Don't have logos on your sweatshirts, t-shirts, on your shoes. Just make it easier that we don't have to cover up, where that production or wardrobe assistant or anybody doesn't have to cover up. And women, with your purses, if you have to bring a purse, if you have a logo, cover it prior to or turn your person so the camera doesn't catch it. And bring 3 to 4 options like they ask. Do not bring a luggage, a suitcase. It's just like holding area is already packed with so many people, and then when you bring a luggage full of stuff and you're bringing like 10 to 15 items, it doesn't look like you're overly prepared. It kind of looks like you're not as prepared because you're not bringing 3 or 4 items, and they should just be basic items that you can switch out within like scenes. It makes it a lot easier when you just bring the 3 or 4 basic things that they ask you to. And please don't leave. Just know that you're going to be there like 12 hours. Even if the person that casts you, the casting director, tells you, oh, it's going to be like 8 or 9 hours, set yourself up for 12 hours. Just set yourself up for 12 hours. So then if it is 8 or 9 that you're gone, you feel better. If it's 4 hours that you're gone, you feel so much better. But just please set yourself up for a 12-hour day. Don't try to plan something for that day as well. You have a 7 o'clock call time and then you have plans to the movies at 9:30 p.m. Don't plan for a 9:30 p.m. movie date and then you feel really bad that you have to cancel it or you have to walk off and then you don't get paid because you're not signing out. It's really hard to not want to take photos when you're on set, but every single department on a movie is like a creative little company, and you're taken away from every single person that's trying to put this film together if you do take pictures and you post them. So no photos, please. You could take photos like in holding, I guess, with other people that you know and you've met, but just try to refrain from taking photos. And don't talk to cast and crew. I know that you may know some of the crew members, you may know some of the cast members, but people are there to really just do their jobs. And some of the times they're just really in their mindset to do their job. A lot of the cast members are walking around just like in their zone, in their character. Just try to really refrain from talking to them. It really stands out when you're really professional. You never know who is there watching you. You never know if that one person that might be the production assistant that might be in the holding area that's grabbing you to take you up front, if they're really truly a producer and they're just doing a favor for the producer director for just that one day. And you might think they're nobody. Everybody is somebody, but they might just be somebody that can get you on a future project. And then if they see that the way that you're acting, you're probably not going to get hired on one of their projects. So just be mindful that you're always being looked at. You're always like on an audition, if that makes sense. And I wrote down, be where you're supposed to be. The hardest part, not the hardest part, well, the hardest part for us is to like somebody tells me, Virginia, can you go run and just go get all the extras or whatever? Because I'm like near it. Not even my job, but sure, I'll do it. Depending on how large our team is or whatever. I'll go in there, and then some people are like, yeah, 3 of them went over here, and I don't even know where over here is at. So it's not like they went to the restroom. I don't even know went to their car. I don't know if they went over to Crafty, but I don't even know where they're at. You should be in holding, or you should be on set. If you have to run to your car to go get your photo ID or anything like that for verification so you can get paid, that's a different story. But that should be not when you're needed on set. That should be when whoever is taking care of your paperwork needs that identification and allows you to go to your vehicle and you have time for it. So just please be where you're supposed to be. And speaking of Crafty, don't be that person that constantly overeats. Sometimes the food is amazing that some productions feed you. Sometimes they're not. Don't be the one that overeats and goes and grabs like 5 beef jerkies and 5 bags of potato chips and 3 sodas or whatever and bags it away and takes it home. That is just very unprofessional. And everybody sees that. So, and you got to think about everybody's there sharing it. And I guess biggest thing is just quiet on set. That's the biggest thing. Is even in holding could be really close to set. Holding could be completely in a different building that nobody can hear you on set. But it's just something to just be mindful of, is just being quiet on set. Opening a bag of chips, chewing while they're filming. It's just, you can hear everything. And when they call cut in between scenes and say that you're on the set, it doesn't mean for you to start speaking to whoever you're sitting with if you're sitting opposite with somebody that you're filming with. Cut is just really for like the director to speak to the DP or to speak to the actors, or the gaffer to speak to his team. It's just cut so they can just figure out if they're moving on to the next shot or what they have to fix on this certain shot. It doesn't mean cut for everybody to speak. Every single noise that's made times 10 is like loud, if that makes sense. So I think that's just kind of it. I wrote some things down. Have your phone completely on silence or airplane mode. I mean, there's companies that I've seen that would not even allow you to have your phone in. Or bring your phone in. They have your phone in, they'll say take it out to your car. Or they'll, if you don't want to take it in your car because it's like a hot day or it's like a cold day, they have you put it in a basket. So I think that's kind of it. And please, 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 to get paid. I mean, everybody's worked a job, I think. 2 forms of identification. Passport covers for both, but 1 form of identification has to be a government issued photo ID. So that would have to be like a driver's license or a state ID, anything with a photo on it. And the other one would have to be like a social security card, or it could be your birth certificate. But if you have a passport, that's great because that covers both. But that's it for background. I hope that helps with some things, and thanks for tuning in.